Yo, what's up everyone? Today I'm going over my bow void gauntlet build that I've been using for the last week and a half or so. It's not BIS yet, and I have been upgrading my gear every day pretty much, but I've gotten it pretty solid at this point and had some people asking for the build. Same as last video, I'm going to show the build in action before and after the build guide so you can see what it's like. Bow has been very weak for a long time and was considered a bit of a dead weapon. However, with the 725 gear score increase, your base damage is going to be higher, and specifically the hoplite bow is going to make your dots even stronger. I've been able to compete decently well in PvP against a variety of builds. And if you were previously a bow enjoyer but stopped playing the weapon because pretty much everything else was superior, now is the time to go back and try it. Playing melee was interesting for a bit, not to mention much easier in my opinion, but after a while it got stale for me, and honestly I'm so happy that I went back and tried it out again. So for the build, I'm going to show you my gear first. Again, keep in mind this isn't BIS yet, but this is what I've got so far. So this is from the PvP track. It's the Solemn Cow. I upgraded it with Slowing Tether. The two normal perks are Shirking Heals and Refreshing. I want 4 stacks of Refreshing, but I don't have them quite yet. I will be getting there, probably with the chest piece or the legs at some point, but yeah, the goal is 4 refreshing and 5 shirking heals. Here we've got health / conditioning, arcane harnessing. / conditioning is pretty good, especially with the sword and shield and hatchet meta. Hatchet's not going to be quite as viable anymore because the tracking got nerfed, but it's still decently strong. So / conditioning is not a dead perk, but I would like to change this chest piece. The gloves, grasping futility, again from PvP track, shirking heals, refreshing, and luckily I got empowering explosive arrow on them without upgrading it, which is probably a perk that I am going to keep. So yeah, on the legs we've got energizing, evade shot, shirking energy, and health. I'm not sure about these. Energizing, evade shot I'm not completely set on at the moment. I can't decide if it's something that I want to keep for my end game build or not. Shirking energy I probably won't keep, and health also I probably won't keep. I'll be going with like shirking heals, maybe energizing evade shot, maybe refreshing to get the 4th stack, or either elemental aversion or enchanted ward. For tumbler feet wraps I put shirking heals on there. Keep in mind that there are 3 artifact armor pieces that you could use with this build. So tumbler feet wraps is one. Another one is the featherweight. So if you run featherweight, you want to go 2 pieces of frigid dawn, either helmet, gloves, or boots. So just 2 of those is going to work out really nicely, and then put shirking heals on them. Or my overcooked build, which I would like to try at some point if I ever get it, is nimble coat with shirking heals on it as well for the extra refreshing, and basically just complete and utter ability spam, which I love doing, to be honest. And like that coupled with evade shot, you know, you can sort of sustain and live a little bit longer by doing that. But those are the 3 artifact armors that you can use. For the bow, I've got the hoplite bow from the Gorgon raid. Disdained infliction, keenly jagged is the 2 perks by default, and then I put penetrating rapid shot on it, plus 36% armor penetration of all rapid shot attacks. Now I think that is a really good perk to have on your bow. You could put it on your armor instead and put attunement on your bow. So if you were to put attunement on your bow and you want to exploit the elemental band, you would want to, for example, split gem with something arcane is usually pretty good because most people don't resist against that apart from in wars against detonate. So splitting with arcane would be good, and then you'd want your attunement to be something different. So probably arboreal, the poison one, because no one really protects against that either. And the more different elemental types that you have, the stronger elemental band gets. But that's probably going to be nerfed at some point because keenly jagged and attunement are not meant to work with elemental band. So, you know, whatever. However, completely disregarding elemental band, attunement is still a BIS perk for the Hoplite Bow. Life Taker, I've got upgraded it to 75. Originally, I put Slowing Tether on this, but if you put Putrefying Scream on this, you get so much more value out of putting it on the weapon than the armor. Like, I think the disease amount is almost halved if you put it on an armor, whereas Slowing Tether is like 43% slow for 3 seconds on the weapon, but on the armor, it's 32% slow for still 3 seconds. So I feel like you get a lot more value with putting Putrefying Scream on the VG, and life staffs are like, you know, God mode unkillable unless you have disease. So I think that is pretty important. And also it's going to affect like shirking heals, pots, etc. So I went for Putrefying Scream. Stone Form, Mending Stone Form, Stalwart. Yep, I'm keeping this. Unless you really want to have fun and use Cannon Blast, but like Stone Form is just better. Amulet, I finally managed to get the Soul Shroud Amulet, which comes with slash protection and health, and then I put stamina recovery on it. That's the amulet that I'm using. The ring, I'm using Invigorated Punishment, Hearty Bloodletting. I'm still not sure what is going to be best for the ring, but with the Hoplite Bow, see Disdained Infliction, potency of outgoing dots increased by 15%, and hitting a target that's inflicted by a dot will extend the duration of it by 5%. So like having Bloodletting, I think this is a pretty good perk. And if I remember correctly, the Hoplite ring has Hearty and Bloodletting on it, and you can change Purifying Heart. So probably I will change Purifying Heart to Invigorated Punishment, Mortal Empowerment, or Void Damage, because that's what I'm splitting it with. And that is probably what my BIS ring would be. And then Endless Thirst, I just got this yesterday, put Regenerating on it, realized that I should have put Healthy Toast on it instead. Okay, so I just realized you can't put Healthy Toast on Endless Thirst, so I just want to correct that. And Regenerating is a good option. Your other two would be Nimble, that I was thinking about, or Refreshing Toast. So those are your 3 options for Endless Thirst. I was silly, you cannot put Healthy Toast on it. Other artifact jewelry that you could use Ankh. Ankh would be good when you've got a full set of shirking heals, and if you can even get it. I'm on track, 74, and the only artifact I've got from it is Vengeance. So I'm not having much luck, but you know, maybe your luck is better than mine. So that's everything with the items. Attributes, we're going 400 dex, 25 focus for the extra ability cooldown reduction, and then 152 con, so then I can eat buff food to get to 200 con if I need, or extra dex, but like pretty much all of the time I'm going extra con. For my weapon mastery, on the bow I'm going evade shot, rapid shot, explosion, explosive arrow, and then all of these little perk points. This one's a really good one, hitting a foe below 50% health reduces all bow ability cooldowns by 5%. This is so good. This is so good. And yeah, you can copy the rest of the stuff. And then for my Void Gauntlet, we've got Scream, Tether, Orb of Decay. Oh shit, sorry. Yep, so that's my VG tree. And my resistance. We've got 25% slash, 10% strike and thrust, 10% elemental. Now, I might change this because of the hatchet nerf. It depends how oppressive it feels. Like, I might swap this amulet out for the Tanglevine amulet, which is thrust protection and health, and then put stamina recovery on that. And then add a couple moonstones or something to just like balance it out a little bit more against all of the different damage types. I'm pretty sure that's everything. If I forgot anything, please let me know in the comments. If it was helpful, please leave a like and subscribe and a comment if you feel like it. But yeah, I will show a few more PvP clips, and to everyone out there that's going to try the build, I hope you enjoy it. It's really fun. I'm really loving it. I'm probably going to try Bow Repair at some point too. and I'll make a video on that if I do try it. But for now, this is what I'm going to be playing in open world, OPR, arena. I'm going to be using this. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay.